Sit back and relax.
May chaos reign. War has been avoided, and the lands of Remedigan and Adishmere have a common ground now in Grand Duke of Adishmere and Prince of Remedigan's Tayson Firewell.
As I take you out of your reality.
Long live the Waffle Hut. The demons are starting to flood the lands. The ward is stretched thin, and the Guardians are only now just rebuilding. But just as the Plantalium exists, there is hope for everything to be healed.
An end to my nightmarish dream world.
2 other sovereign lands must be reached if there will be hope, though. The locked kingdom of Gratisbar is still lost to the surface world, and the round-capped rainforest still needs to be informed. Time is our enemy.
Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast.
We must find a way.
We will find a way.
I'm your host and dungeon master, Daniel Gentry, and with me are...
Geek Girl Alyssa, and I play Mirinda Shren, aka Montera Lilnas, Cleric of the Five, and Soul Knife Rogue.
Hannah the DM, and I play Stroop Waffle, Guardian of Bengen, a druid.
Nerdworks, and I play Tayson Firewell, Reluctant Prince of 2 Nations and Omniom Sorcerer.
I'm Posh, and I play Ulgi, a Gloomstalker Ranger of the Ward.
Let us adventure on.
Hi, Internet people.
Hi? Oh, you mean those that are people.
Yeah, no, we're here. I see us. I see us all the time.
We don't leave you alone.
There's that. It's Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm just going to do a lot of note-taking for a second. Am I supposed to tell you to do the thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
We're short today, but we are at a point where we don't need everybody here, so that's happy news.
Yeah.
But is Algie or Tayson doing the last time?
It would have been me, except for I'm gonna figure out what the heck just got handed to me. So it's Augie. Bye.
I don't know how to do things.
He just not edited you.
I know.
So you guys are just taking off on the God Killers. It rises up. The world pauses. Algie looks at the camera over the edge of the ship and says,
It's been a while since I've been on one of these flying machines. This journey through the woods, people coming and going. It's been strange. Some of these days have blurred together, where we don't know where we're going. We got to Hardell, and everything seems to be fine. It's almost like it's the calm before the storm. We're on our way to Remedigan Castle. I don't know what we hope to accomplish there, but that's where we're going. I'm not sure if we'll succeed on our journey, and I'm not the most positive person to be around right now, nor the most encouraging, but it is what it is. Let us adventure on.
without a prompt. I'm so proud.
Oh yeah, I tried to recall as much as possible.
It was chalk. I got chalk in the mail.
Fuck yeah.
Hey.
Love chalk.
The God Killers just taken off. Tayson's asked quite a bit of questions to Delaria about the ship itself. Mirinda is off on she went off to a secret meeting, came up, and then disappeared again. Back downstairs. You're not sure what she's doing or even where she is. Rain escorted her, little happy, cheery elf who grabbed her arm and skipped along, and you got to see Miranda awkwardly skip with her just to keep up as she goes down. It's going to be a couple days sailing back, but you guys are up looking over, and things from this height are calm. Is there anything you want to do?
I think I spend a lot of my time just kind of looking down at everything.
The most inane questions. Like, tell me how. So okay, tell me how this works, and don't say magic, because like, okay, magic. Okay, no, but like how? Like, it's so heavy. We're in the air. We don't have wings. We don't have like the weird feather angles that like birds have. Like bumblebees are their own weird shtick. Like no, this specifically this. How does this stay up without like? Come on.
It's Gelgan, the orc, in the really affluent robes and gold and diamond rings, but he's a very thin orc, but he looks prominent. Who says, well, I mean, magic is the simple answer, but uses different magical properties of not so much to make it fly, but to make it repelled from the gravity of the planet.
So is this like levitating and then pushing, or is this like
50% of everything is Rain's artificer work.
okay?
And then 50% of it is Rain's mother's unique, shall we say, idea of merging magic with tinkering.
Okay. Okay. That feels like I said, magic is the simple answer, and it feels like you gave me the less simple but still kind of like they figured it out, which is fine. That's okay. Trade secret or just like, oh, it's weird, man.
It's why Rain's here.
Yeah.
And also the soul of one of our crewmates is in the machine as well.
Oh. Okay, well that sounds more complicated. Was that a requirement or was that just a byproduct?
No, she was dying.
Oh.
And he looks around, scans the crew that's on the ship, and just says, Teshka. Tells you the one that's in all black, has a bow and arrow strapped to her back, full elf, always wears a braid on the back of her hair. They were married. They were trying to find a way to lich them so that they could live together. They didn't do it fast enough, and humans being fragile. A fight over Andayel Mountains, down in Diaspora. Splintered wood went through her chest. Rain kept her alive by merging her soul into the ship.
Is this sensitive stuff? Like I shouldn't ask about, like, around, like, you've been pretty forthright with me, but I don't want to offend anybody, and I think my curiosity might have kind of...
It's not offending. I just would have explained it differently if she was here. But that's the brunt answer.
Okay. I think I can live. I'll probably ask you more questions like in the future, but this is a good amount, especially for right now. And I'm trying to do the read the ship, I guess, and it doesn't need to be read right now. So I'll stop. I'll stop. Thank you very much for your uh, well, your time, I guess.
Any questions? I would love to answer them for you.
I already feel a little awkward as it is, so after I get over that awkwardness, I'll probably just dive right back in with you in the future.
I mean, you're going to be part of the family soon, right?
Yeah, I guess I gotta figure that out. Like the specifics and whatnot, but also not. Just it gotta get my family's blessing real quick, and then hopefully not have to deal with that.
It'll only be a few days. Enjoy the ship. Hopefully, we don't hit anything. If there's a battle, you're more than welcome to come up to the top. We have a tendency to collect dragon scales.
Nice. What do you said hopefully we don't hit anything. Was that a figure of speech or do you like actually run into I'm asking questions about the ship again. It'll be fine. I'll find out what I find out. I'm gonna go. Trots off.
Algie, you looking over day and night in these few days. The first few days, it's very bright. Ashtira has just become full and now is waning. Or is that waxing? I don't know. Who cares? Somebody does, not me. As you look over, whatever. I had it right the first time. Look at me. And it's odd for you. This distance from the ground, the only essences you could feel are on this ship. And you know them because you've got used to them. Ava with her connection. You can feel Tayson's connection ever so slightly in certain times. It's not like the celestial power is like hugely there. It's minuscule at best. Ava, when Addendum's not around, is the soul feel of celestial. And it is very powerful. But it's the only one. Where on the ground you would have this essence of other beings. You feel the abominations. You know what animals are from here and not here because you feel it. But it doesn't, none of that's there. It's like being able to hear all the voices in the world and then suddenly you don't hear but just a few.
I think at some point I've got my elbows on the ship and I'm just kind of I've gone from like being really tense to like there's now nothing. It's like feels like being suspended. There's now nothing around. And I'm just kind of elbows on the end of the ship with my pipe. It's kind of looking and I've relaxed a little bit.
You ever been up this high before?
Maybe once.
See, when you say it cryptic like that, I want to ask more, but I don't know if I want to ask more.
Go ahead and ask.
I thought that was me, like, subtly asking without asking. Okay. When?
I can't give you an exact date.
Well, sure. I'm not
Right.
expecting it to be a test. I was just more like the instance, not the. Never mind.
Not the event. No, these types of ships, this type of ship is new. Otherwise, chasing things across the skies. There was one instance.
Oh.
We needed the assistance of mages to get up
Okay.
as high as we did.
Were you hunting something? Were you chasing something? Little
We
bones?
were hunting. We were hunting.
Okay. What was it?
You know, I don't remember. I didn't survive.
You know, that's not a phrase that people like say. Like, you know, calm and even if it's not like weird to you, like you understand that's weird to hear, right?
Yeah, you got a point.
So,
I don't often keep company of people that aren't of the ward.
okay.
So forgive me for being cold sometimes. I don't usually keep this company.
No, it's okay. We're kind of I say we mostly so it makes me feel less bad about it being most a me issue. A lot of, you know, hey, tell me more in our group. Speaking of, I you talked about how you would get in trouble or it would be bad if you said more about stuff about you and kind of how that works.
Mm-hmm.
But you also just told me that you didn't survive a thing before.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that process a little bit, or is that going to get you in trouble?
That itself probably gets me in trouble.
Cool, cool, cool.
It's hard. I'm on the line where too much.
Too much bad. Okay. You're not at too much, but you're approaching too much. Okay, then I'm just going to stop. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to let it go.
Ava walks up, puts a hand on your shoulder, and says, "Like my uncle, if he falls in battle, we put him to bed. Within a week, he'll be back."
Just look from Ava to Augie and just be like, "Eh, yes, no, or can neither confirm or deny."
Yes.
Oh, okay. See,
You'd think it's a fun little trick, except for it takes its toll.
oh, it sounds terrible. What do you mean by a cool little trick? What are you talking about?
Well, people strive to live forever. I can tell you it's not worth doing.
Well, obviously not. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would people want to? Okay, I know why people would, but
Yeah, I've seen money. Yeah.
now I have to put a note in for that. Come on.
Bless you.
We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. So, I mean, I get that, you know, people want to stay alive, fear of the unknown, all that stuff. But it's that they don't want to die, too. It's specifically that I don't want to deal with dying. That's the scary part. You're dying you've got die on repeat. That doesn't make sense. That sounds awful. I'm sorry.
It is awful. It really is. There's more to this I can get into, but I can't.
Well, that you could, but you shouldn't. Yeah. No, it's okay. I gotcha. Well, great. Wow. Okay. This might be something you can answer and might not, but if you were to fall and you know what, I'm not gonna put any sugarcoating on it because it's something you've dealt with at least more than once. If you were to die with us, is there anything we should specifically do to help you either come back or not come back if you don't want to?
Loot my body, put it aside.
Okay, that sounds terrible, but all right, got it.
That's about it.
Take
I'll be
your
back.
things, look for a naked dwarf, I'm assuming, coming back.
Oh no! Leave the body.
Yeah, no, I got that. Are you
Keep
gonna
my
come
stuff.
back for your stuff, or you just assume that you're gone? Because now you just sound like
No.
you're dying.
Keep my stuff. I'll come back.
Okay. Should we come up with a code word or something so we know that it's actually you?
No, I'll just come and get my stuff.
Okay. But if I just hand your stuff to some random grumpy dwarf that, oh, I'm back for my bow, or whatever, like that's your fault.
Yeah, no, that's on me.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna play more on the plane. Plane? Ship? I should figure this out.
You see rain from time to time come up, go underneath where the control mechanisms are, do a few things, go back down. Gelgan talks a lot with a woman at the back. She was introduced to you guys in this trip as Ashara. Ashara is human, but she has red runes all over her face. She's very dark brunette hair, light brown eyes, and she has tan skin. There's a lot of map work, and every now and then you'll notice Ashara talking with Gelgan will like phase out, and you'll notice that her eyes go from that light brown to pure milky white, and then back again. And the only other person besides the captain on the ship that you'll see is Noggin, who is the Minotaur, who doesn't talk. He gets a few things for people when they ask. He takes the controls. He has a shift. He doesn't say anything, but certain grunts, people respond to them. And it seems like he's a person of authority on this ship.
Ava, how long have you been a part of all of this?
Well, Delaria and I have been cousins since I was born.
Well, no, I got that, but I assume that you weren't born and they put you on oh hey, welcome to the world. Go command this ship or fly this ship or be a part of this ship or here's this minotaur that doesn't say anything, but you'll learn based off of his tone of grunts. I assume it wasn't day one.
I don't know a ton. My grandmother is an admiral.
Oh.
Probably the most famous warship captain in Diaspora, aside from being royalty and being married to the man who, in most people's opinions, single-handedly saved Diaspora and Bengen from a demon apocalypse 400 years ago. Me? No. My mother's a sun dancer in the Order of the Light.
What's that?
It's a title in the order. She has rank. And my other mother is just an amazing enchantress and helps my great grandmother in the shop. We're pretty well known for that, our family. The Nalo part, the Valinor part is the royal part, which I'm a princess, but I'm not allowed to hold titles, so I don't have to worry about it.
That's I'm innately jealous. That I should look into seeing if there's anything that I can do to do that. Oh man, I might have to do that with two different cultures. I don't know if I can do that. If we had some kind of summit, would I go as a diplomat for two places, or would I be a conflict of interest?
I guess it would depend on what's happening.
Fair enough.
But I think you're only a diplomat if you're assigned to be a diplomat.
Yeah, you know
correct?
what I meant. Representative.
Because you're not the queen or king of either one of the royalty that you're in. So
Last that
you're
I
only
checked,
representative if they say that you're a representative.
Perfect. Then never mind. That sounds good. I'm happy with that. Goodness gracious. Okay. How far would it take for us to go back and visit your home? I know, far, but
Magic, probably instantly.
Well, yeah.
And then she like looks around, gets bearing where she is. Um, and then she looks, squints, and she points just off of the starboard rear side of the ship, and she says, "About 3 months that way, if I remember right."
Okay. That's too far. So Grandpa, save land from demon invasion, all that stuff. I mean, pretty relevant now. Uh, what do you think he would say as far as advice for us? Because frankly, I feel like we're chasing our tail a lot, and it's a big demon colored tail. So
She pulls out a piece of her a pocket that she has just in her armor, and says, his final words are always something that brings hope
okay,
when there isn't any. Oh. I wonder why people want to be the heroes in the story. The more I think of it, the hero never gets to see the outcome. They never get to live in peace they created. But I accept my fate, knowing that in doing so, my family will be protected and the world will be spared from darkness.
that that feels less like advice and more like um, just foreboding, but nice at the end. Okay, it's a good silver lining, I
He
guess.
knew he was going to die.
Sure.
He was ordained to. Wrath told him he was.
Oh, okay. Okay. Follow up then. What has Wrath told you?
That an evil is coming and
Uh-huh.
that the light needs to be shown again. And I was the chosen vessel of wrath.
Fair enough. But not that you were gonna die.
No.
Okay, that's pretty good so far. Sounds like one of us. So one of our group dies and it's fine. The other one, the embodiment of wrath, hasn't said you're gonna die. Okay, so far doing a little bit better. I can live with those odds at the very least.
What are the odds?
So far that one of us when they die they're fine, probably, maybe, eventually, and
I will one day pass away like every natural person
oh,
does.
I was talking about Augie. I would no. I was more leaning on the fact that the big angry spirit thing didn't tell you that you were gonna die, but they did tell Grandpa that they were gonna die. So it's like, oh, at least maybe you'll know when it's coming. Which I don't know if is better or worse or what.
My grandfather purpose was to destroy a demon prince, a curse, and something called the Twilight Mirror.
DM, have I ever heard of that?
Yeah, if you've read the book that I told you about from her, the Great Dawn, was the life of Uranus Nalo.
Huh. All right, so accomplished a lot of stuff. Does it ever get like uncomfortable living with that kind of legacy?
It's a little worse. Wrath's up here,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like he was with my grandfather. I see a lot of it sometimes in my dreams.
Huh. Is it a business relationship with the two of you? Is like, would you consider Wrath a friend, a hindrance, a partner?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Well, if he's listening, and I'll get in close, better not be rude. I'll be upset. And then he'll face him.
Or you could pull the plug and let you hemorrhage out again.
I don't want to do that either. I appreciate it. Like good working conditions, that's all I'm saying. That's my, and then we fade to something else because I'm dying. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't come back like Augie. When I die, I'm gone.
A few days of this, just little conversations all around the ship. And you see it. From an angle you probably have never seen it before. From Medigan Castle. The walls around the outside look small from where you are. Now you see the genius in the design of it. It's made so that the most fortified area are the living area. If something ever happened, the castle breaking from the mountainside actually has a beauty to it. It gets shined from this angle. You can really see it. The spires have their color more than you have ever realized before. The blue, the white, and even the absence of all the color from the void tower itself. As you start to come down, you notice that there's fighting at the front gate. The demons haven't all gone, but the warriors seem to hold them off. You're getting closer, but you're not near enough to do anything as you watch this fight unfold. And all of a sudden, overwhelming demon odds. And from the gates, a very short and stout man walks forward, pulls a sword from his belt, holds his shield out, and the world itself around him gets enveloped in darkness as you watch red energy crease across his face, across his armor. You're close enough now, you shouldn't be able to hear somebody speak, but you hear him yell, bow. And you watch this legion of demons bow to him. And with a hand, he just pulls it forward and pulls it down. And the demons sink into the ground, leaving puddles and seem to evaporate into nothing. You're finally there as this man turns to his normal shiny armor. And you recognize Papa Stroop, who's now helping people up, tending to the wounded, casting spells. More in his essence than he ever was in the kitchen or even the Waffle Hut itself. You end up on the other side of the wall where they look like they made a makeshift landing for the God Killer. So as it platforms, it's actually at the top of the wall itself. The ramp goes down. Delaria and Ava, without thinking, rush. Ava, sprouting her wings, jumps off of the wall towards the battlefield itself. Delaria, with a grace you've never seen before, seems to dance through the air, stepping off of possibly leaves if you'd thought there were any around, landing on the ground and going to help as well. Other members of the ship do their job, but nobody else seems to leave.
I'm gonna go that okay, bye, and Tayson will start running off towards the wonton destruction.
Okay. All right. If the wall itself is about 30 feet high, you could take the stairs down. They would let you out of the gate without any hesitation.
Thank you. Excuse me. Bad stuff.
Yeah, they open the gate for you. You, Algie, I'm sure you're probably following at this point with G, Mine, and Posh.
You know, I'd probably jump off the thing as well. I could use rope trick and use that to rappel myself down.
You could, yeah, easily enough. You're already at it, undoing your rope as you hit the edge. You throw the rope, and people gasp as they watch you leap over, and then you catch rope trick right before you hit the ground, and you easily make yourself down. As
You
you watch
arcane Batman.
Tayson comes out. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
know, it's awesome. Tayson comes out of the gate, and you guys go around. Nothing seems to be left. Stroop's dad's like helping somebody up. It'll be all right. It was a little wound. You're back. How many fingers am I holding up? And he keeps like wiggling two really fast. And the guy kind of laughs and says, "Well, it would help if you held it still." And he's like, "Good, good, you're back. Come on, let's get you back inside." And sees you guys coming, and he says, "Ah!" and looks around behind you.
We
Hi,
can
Tayson.
talk. Yeah, hi. She's fine. She's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She will be. She's strong like her mom.
Yeah, strong like her mom, and looks at what used to be Puddles.
That's nothing.
Can you teach me nothing? Man, that's no.
The minute you say that, he instantly goes sad. His voice gets low and says, "No, and I don't want to talk about it." And he helps the person past you through the gate.
Okay. Cool. Later. Got it. Other better stuff. I am pushing too many buttons today. Welp. We're here. I guess we should find out if this is common or not.
You help wrap up a few. You know, you're not worthless people as you go. Algie, you scout. You don't see or feel anything else in the area. But Stroop's dad doesn't set your blood off. It feels like what Tayson feels like a little bit.
Okay. Hmm.
But you could reach out your sense. Did you know there's no other fiends in front of you? And it doesn't work this way, but you know there's a darkness with Papa Stroop.
Ooh.
Everybody helps get people off the field. Ava is out there casting spells. Delaria is a battle-worn captain. She is out there putting on tourniquets and straps and getting people like fastly off the field. She's not worried about treating them here. She's just trying to move people. As everything gets inside, the door closes. You see Mama Stroop, who you missed off of the other side of the wall, finally make it down and grab her husband. And roll a perception check, Tayson.
Okay. That's a 10 plus stuff. 16.
16. You hear, "You promised you wouldn't," and he says, "I don't want to talk about it."
Hey, so I don't want to interrupt. Am I interrupting?
And she looks at you. No, she grabs you. She hugs you. She's like, "Welcome back." And now she's looking around. She's like, and my little girl is
Guardian stuff, honestly.
guardian stuff. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Went to the Round Cap Rainforest.
I want to hear all about it.
Yeah.
You're invited to dinner tonight at our place.
Okay.
Which is the other side of the hall in the castle. The queen has been wonderful and given us some stuff, but I want to cook, so there's stuff there.
Okay.
I'll make a wonderful dinner for everybody, and we could talk about it there.
Okay. Real quick, how long you've been here? Basically, since we said, "Hey, you should probably get out of here," right?
It took about 3 days, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, it took about 4 days, but yeah.
How have things been? Has things like, and I'd point just to the general vicinity of what used to be demon attack. Has that been often?
Enough to know they're there, but they haven't been able to break through the walls. The clerics did some prey things over the wall, and so pretty much if they don't break down the gate, they're not getting in.
Okay. Great. Okay. I'll tell you what. Dinner sounds great. That'll be fun. Oh, this is Augie. He's grumpy, but nice.
Well, he's a member of the ward. They're all grumpy.
Yeah.
But it is good to meet you. And you too. Come tonight. No fanciness. Chip's off doing something with the guard. But Barry will be there. We'll have a nice dinner.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go report / check in with the Queen, and yeah, we'll see you later.
Of course, Gary. Don't let us hold you. We'll see you tonight. Or if that doesn't work, just let us know. We'll do it sometime.
Okay. No, we'll see you tonight. We'll see you tonight. Something bad has to happen for us to not have a Stroop meal. It's just a waffle meal. Like, that's not going to be okay. We got to do that. Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
And you walk away, and Ava's like, it's good to see you again. And like she's like, I get it. Go. Runs off. You guys can stay together. You're more than welcome to go see the Queen and stuff together. Miranda has not come off the ship yet.
Okay. Not to talk about them when they're not here. Has Miranda been like kind of like in the hull of the ship, kind of cloistered off on her own as far as we're concerned, or a lot of up down and just decided not to?
She came up and told you something and then said she'd explain it later.
Got it.
If you remember. And then she went back down and has not been up since.
There you go.
She came up from time to time, but she's not very talkative of what's going on. You feel like it's kind of secretive, maybe some clericy BS.
You hear that, people? Narrative, they're not here building. That's a professional right there. Okay, cool. A lot of like, Tayson is going to do a lot of the polite, like, oh, it's good to see you stuff, but it's going to be very rushed as he is like specifically beelining towards Queen.
And it's starting to get nighttime. You're watching markets. Like, it looks like the markets are open again. They're starting to close down. There's been some sales, but you head to the castle. Algie, are you going to the castle or do you have other plans?
Kind of want to go to the castle.
Okay. No, it's fine. You can follow along. I want to make sure I'm not telling your character to do something if you wanted to do something.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think I want to go to the castle. I've got a bard to meet.
You head through the crowd. You get to the castle area, and there's a guard there. The Queen is there giving orders, and now a little bit more of a bump going on in the stomach area. Very noticeable now. She doesn't seem to try to hide it like she did before. She was very graceful before, but now it's in the open. She's talking with some of the wizards. You do notice that the ambassador from Adashmira is there as well, just like trying to help out as much as possible through other things. She sees you before you even make it near, and you politely says, just follow your orders, do what you need to, and then wands up to you and gives you a hug.
Hey.
And says, Tayson, we have to talk about if you're going to use encrypted writing.
Yeah.
There needs to be something, the encryption has to be, because your last letter made no sense.
If I tell anybody the code, that means the code can be broken. So we're not going to do that, because then...
But if I don't have the code, then I don't know what you're saying.
I wrote you a letter and you knew that it was from me without me saying a lot about that. That means that you knew exactly what you needed to know. Because now we're here and we can tell you all the stuff.
Absolutely.
Worked out great. So lots of stuff to talk about. Let's just get this one out there first, and then we can let it stew as it needs to. This is Ava. You know each other.
Yes.
Okay, great. We're gonna get married some kind of way.
She stops, pauses, looks. It's been a fruitful adventure for you then.
What? I mean... doing an inventory, and I haven't died, and everything else has been pretty bad, but that's pretty good. So yeah, okay, sure. I'll take it. So yeah, that's there. I didn't know if it's a just ask your blessing or if I needed to do anything specific. I'm not gonna go reach out to. Oh man, is that gnome? Is the gnome the pyro gnome here? I don't know if there's an Adish mirror thing I'm supposed to do, but I don't really want to. I just kind of want.
So
Just kind of want to do the thing.
Pyro's our ambassador. He's in Adeshmir.
Oh. Dang it! I forget. I only meet people for a little bit amount of time, and then they're gone, and then months pass, and I forget. I gotta get better at this. Yeah, I don't know if there's something I'm specifically supposed to do or not, but like I thought I would just talk to you and then kind of like figure it out, or just kind of run away and do it anyway.
She leans in and does the high whisper so everybody can hear, just like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is like, well, does she make you happy?
Oh no, I don't. No, it's not that thing. It's gonna happen. It's just whether or not I have to like do some kind of thing about it, or if I could just be like, oh yeah, we need to do this ceremony, and then I'm just gonna run off and marry her anyway. But I had to tell you first.
Well, yeah, but nobody's gonna stop you. There's no formalities.
Oh, that's what I needed. I just needed to know if there was a formality. There's so many formalities and nonsense.
No, I married. I married Mardish.
Sure.
He was royal. I was not.
Sure.
There's no rules against that.
I didn't know if it was easier or harder if somebody was royal marrying somebody who wasn't royal, or if it was royal and royal. I didn't know. It didn't matter. Like, don't worry. I'd like Ava, who I've like been gripping her hand extremely hard.
Yeah.
I like pull her into the really loud whisper, like closer. Come here. Like, we're getting married. Like, this is happening. It's just, if I needed to do that, yes, it has to be done on the 10th day of the 3rd, but I don't know, whatever. Nonsense. It didn't matter. Point is, had to talk to you first, had to double check, and then potentially ignore all the stuff that I was supposed to do to marry her anyway. But it sounds like we don't have to ignore any of that stuff, so that's great.
Jason, you're asking a very legendary bard whether or not you can elope or not.
Stop talking so loud.
I think Tayson wants it to be a little bit more of a whisper-like talk thing.
Jason, you're asking a very, very legendary bard whether or not you can elope or not.
No, I'm asking Queen/Mom.
Who used to be a legendary bard.
Different hats for different roles. That's my point.
I never... No.
What?
What?
I'm not asking the legendary bard if I can do that.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes.
No.
You should have heard it.
No, I'm asking my mother.
Who's a legendary bard?
Just because you happen to be two things doesn't mean I'm asking one part of you one thing.
3, because I'm also the queen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So we're good. All right, great. The rest of the everything. Cool. Should we talk about what's been going on?
Let's go to your room, because you put the architect to work, and he finished his project for you.
I'm very sad now. I just remembered that. Damn. Okay. That feels like a waste, but okay. I'm still excited for it. I'm just less happy than I would have been.
And then, Algie, this takes you off guard, because the queen turns and says, "And it's good to see you again too, Algie," and then starts walking. There's millions of people here. You haven't seen her in decades. But basically, knew who you were right away, recalled it from memory.
Did you make an impression? Did you make a good first impression or something?
Probably not. I'm not good at that.
Oh, well, that would do it too.
Yeah.
You, so Algie, make a perception roll. Tayson wouldn't know anything about this.
I love these. I don't love these. 12.
Yeah, she says it without a hint of anything. You're not getting anything as she turns. The only thing that you notice is the form fit for the pregnancy that she obviously has as she turns and takes you to the right side of the castle. In one of the first few rooms or areas while you walk, there's this courtyard. Next to the courtyard is a single room. And as she stops, she opens the door, and what you see is a pirate ship inside this room. It looks like half of it's coming through the wall. It even has a Jolly Roger on the top of it. But it's low to the ground. Like it was a pirate ship that was cut.
Tayson is looking at this and speaks to Ava and says, "You know, I was really excited about this at the time, and I'm still pretty pumped up about it. But then I realized this is the first time that you were going to be, like, back and in my room. And now I feel a little bit something about it.
We get to be pirates.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?" And she goes up to it.
No, this
and
is
as you
all
walk,
good. I thought I was going to be sad because Stroop wasn't going to be able to hang out and be pirates with us because they're doing the Guardian things. But now, like, this is pretty great.
So as you walk in, Algie, to this, it's a bed. It's a what they would consider to be like a double king on the bottom. Then as up the mast where the sail looks like it's set, as you get closer to see it from the side, you can see there's another bed there. And then way on the top where the crow's nest would be is a hanging hammock.
I was going to say, I do want to make one request as part of this, just for the flavor. I feel like there is a plank, but the plank is just a sleeping bag that is just like hanging over the side.
Well, there's a plank, but there's no sleeping bag. But this is the architect went detail.
They did. They did.
The boards look like they've been at sea. They look weathered.
Much effort, much appreciation. This is awesome. I dig it. Okay, so this is fucking cool. Let's just be real about it. Everybody revel in it for another moment or two.
So and it's the queen who says, "So you did order a pirate ship,
yeah,
in your room then?"
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe there was some disconnect.
No, at the time it seemed kind of crazy, and then I thought about it for a while, and then I forgot about it, and now we're back, and it's like, no, this is, man, I'm so smart. Like, I feel good about me right now. So this is great. Did the person who was shipping rings to me ever get back to you about that?
She reaches back and says yes, and she pulls out a pouch, pulls out 2 rings, and hands them.
Hell yeah. Okay, great. Cool. I have acquired 3 rings in about a week. Woo. I gotta figure out.
Well, those 2 were a couple months ago.
Yeah, but
I literally went 2 days after to pick them up myself.
Oh. How'd you do that?
We now have the portals to the castles.
Zoop. Yep, got it. Cool. Great.
Zoop.
The zoop. Okay. Great. So, any other good stuff that we could talk about before we get into, like, the serious stuff? I kind of want to put that off as long as I can, but also, like, not irresponsibly so.
You still have the table. And she, like, points at the table and says, well, you're more than welcome to sit down while we talk.
Yeah.
A messenger from the Round Cap Rainforest came, asked for help. So a few of the clerics went on a trip with them down south. Something about temples and bad juju or something.
Yep. Clarity on that would be good. We went to the Round Cap Rainforest. We found out about said temples, and we're told that we don't talk about those temples. But there's some kind of connection to other bad juju, much like the friend said. How are they doing? Were they okay?
They seemed okay, just frantic and worried, and explained that they couldn't get help from their leaders because, well, druids typically don't like man-made buildings and things, and so obviously don't want the ruins uncovered for whatever reason. There's something bad in the ruins, so we offered to help. They have a letter from me, and they're going to go in there, not quietly, Let them know that they are there to assist in a matter of a friend.
I'll take it. That's good. Showed up kind of in the middle of not a full-fledged assault, but like definitely like an attack. How bad has that been?
They've been happening. The Shrine of the Five called up a bunch of clerics. A bunch of people came north who had powers, and they prayed over the walls
Okay.
for like a whole day in like different sectors, and pretty much the demons can't go up the walls, so we filter them to the three gates, and
Nice.
our
Nice.
armies have been holding them.
Has anybody come here asking for Miranda specifically about some kind of contract and like taking care
No.
of some stuff? Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to double check. Gotta double back to that at some point. Hopefully they're not too pissed. What else?
Well, is Miranda okay?
She's on the ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She's making
yeah.
friends.
She's Mirandaing. I don't know. Let's see. Stroop is not Stroop. Stroop went her own guardian way for a bit or something. I don't know. But Stroop is doing her thing, which is good. Let's see. We talked to the dwarves. Let them know what was going on. We went to the Roundcap Rainforest. Met with
When you say you
Shaitoa.
talk to the dwarves,
Yeah.
and I've been meaning to ask,
Yeah.
you went to Gratisbar.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me how to get there?
I don't think I should, to be completely honest with you. Like, that would be like... Okay, so if I had a hiding place in my room that you knew about, and then somebody from Adishmira came here and asked you about my hiding place, I don't think I'd be happy if you told them. They did their seal-off thing. I told them... Alki helped me out immensely down there. We told them about all the shit that was going up top. Told them that they should be a part of the fight. Kind of called them cowards without actually like calling them. Actually, no, that's not true. I definitely called them cowards if they. Shit. Ooh, okay, I am reliving that anxiety now. But yeah, we talked to them and let them know what was going on. We went to Shaitoa, let them know what was going on. They seemed more aware, but less like happy to talk about it and stuff. And now we're back. I think that's it. I think that's everybody. We've secured no actual alliances, but we have told people that there could be an alliance if they were super interested or not. Please check yes or no.
You're the second person in my life who's told me they've been to Gratisbar and they won't tell me how they got there.
If it means anything, the teacher and did you know there's other people like me, like specifically like me, like how I came to be and stuff? That there's more.
This entire time she's been standing by the chair, like holding the top while she stands there. The minute you say that, she sits down and says, "What do you mean more like you?"
So like people that were like more created with this kind of purpose, like the teacher, like we've talked about the teacher, not like extensively, but like my instructor.
How many more, Tayson?
That I know of? Or like how many more? Because I know of about like 4, but I also know that it is enough of a... It is enough of a force where I'm not sure what the numbers are. I just know that the actual like scary, powerful factor. Evidently, I'm the top of the class, so there is that at least. I have been encouraged to work with them to stop all of the demon shenanigans. I told them that I'd think about it because I don't want to, but if we don't have a better plan, then maybe I have to think about it harder, but I really just wanted to not make anybody do anything stupid too quickly. Your face is getting, like, very tight. Are you okay? Should I stop?
No, but Tayson, we recently found out that Martin, me, and Xandro make up the essence of you.
Yeah, I don't know if it was all three of you again. Actually, do I have any specifics on any of that?
The knowledge that you have on that is they look very much like you, even in their differences.
Okay. I don't know necessarily that they're exactly like me, but I also don't know and probably lean towards that they are pretty much exactly like me. So there is that.
So you could see why my face is getting tightened, knowing that my essence is out there in multiple.
I mean, not really, to be honest with you. Everybody tells me to just kind of let it go and it's okay and it's fine. And that, I point to her stomach. I'm like, and that's specifically something that you did on purpose. And that's your essence, and that's good. So,
Are they good?
whew, they're driven. They've helped. They want this to be. They want to not. They don't want it. They don't like the demons either.
Well, that's something,
Yep.
but doesn't answer my question.
Nope.
So.
I don't have a yes or no.
Okay.
Honest, if you made me pick, I'd say probably not, but they're not the bigger threat, and they're willing to work with us. Or at least me. We'll figure it out.
Well, I guess we have to start planning a wedding.
I mean, do we?
How many things do you think we have to celebrate nowadays, Tayson? This is good for the
No,
people.
come
If you're willing.
on. Don't. There's gonna be so much bowing. Stop it.
Tayson, how much bowing is there now?
On a scale of 1 to 10, too much.
How many of those are not from people that you know?
Honestly, as soon as they know who I am, it seems like there's a 50-50 shot. And half the time it's sarcastic, and half the time it's because they think they're supposed to. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Hey, we're gonna get married, and lots of people are gonna see. Ooh.
We'll start planning.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Are you off on your next pod? Is this just a stop to tell me what's going on?
I have no
like
idea
last
what the next
time,
part
or-
is, to be honest with you. We're back. We were here to talk and figure out what was going on, see if we heard anything new. I have no idea where I don't know where back is. Or next. We're here. We came this way because Augie talked to somebody and they said north, and this was like the northest. So here we are.
Is that how you've been traveling so far?
No, that's how we traveled recently. Before that, it was, hey, we should go try and find the dwarfs. And then we kind of fell into that, which was pretty great. And then it was, oh, we should go to the Round Cap Rainforest. And we didn't fall into that one as much. That one was deliberate. We knew what we wanted to do, and we did it. That was great. So we're 1 for 3. No, I was going to say we're 1 for 3, but we knew we were coming back here, and we came back here. 2 for 3.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Well, you just got back. I'm sure you're tired. You have things to discuss as she looks from Ava and you. She looks to Algie and says, "The board is always welcome in Remedigan Castle. You can, I can have a guard show you a room. You can stay at the inn. I know your kind usually camps outside, but even though you're lethal, I wouldn't recommend that right now."
No, that's understood. I might take an inn. I do have business to attend to.
You are missing out on the opportunity to sleep in a pirate ship.
I need to work tonight, Tayson.
Pirate's life is not for him. That's fine. Whatever.
And the queen leans into you like, "Yeah, obviously, right?
Right? Lame.
No arg, matey."
Nothing. Yar, well, come back and make sure that you have dinner with the Waffle family.
Or leave me a plate.
Hey!
Close enough. She heads to the door and just says, "I'm very glad you're home, and I'm glad you brought good news with you."
Woo! Cool. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna lay down. If there's nothing, like, immediate, I'm gonna lay down.
And she just says, "Very well," and leaves, walks out the door, doesn't even wait for anything else.
Ava, do you have to check in with people here?
You don't have to do anything.
Well, okay, sure. Do you want to check in with people here?
I should touch base
Okay.
with Dench and see how everything is going.
Okay. I will be here, or if I am somewhere else and I remember that I am not where I said I was going to be, I will make some kind of pew pew signal thing to find me.
Okay, or just make sure that like one of the guards up front knows, and I'll ask.
You know, that's the plan. But then, you know, sometimes I'm dumb and I forget, and then I go tell one person, and then I go somewhere else, and then I go somewhere else from the place that I said I was going to be. So then you go to where I was and not where... Yeah, I don't want to make... It's fine. I'll try and do both. It'll be great.
Very well. She leans in and kisses you,
What?
and then she walks out, and it's just you, Algie, Potion, G-Mine.
Hey, you two.
Yeah,
We have to talk.
probably.
Yeah. Well, you have to talk and I have to listen. You've earned that. I'm not going to interrupt. You just tell me what you want to do when you want to do it.
Posh just steps forward and says, "We were talking, and I mean, honestly, guard duty's fun. Picking on you is fun. The little bit of training we've done is subpar for me, but G-Mine says you guys had a good time in the round capped rainforest. We're going home.
Okay.
Even if the orders aren't incorrect, we'll catch back up to you in no time. But
Sure. Do you want to send a message ahead, or do you just want to... I mean, because we obviously can get there fast here.
I think I'm just going to talk to the ambassador and get ourselves over there.
Okay. Okay.
We'll meet again, as
Well-
Posh puts out his hand.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it. If you die, I'm going to give you a really bad performance review, and I know that you won't accept that.
Well, if I'm dead, it won't affect me. So.
Honor, gravestones, whatever, something. Like, it's...
I won't know about it.
Yeah, but somebody will.
Yeah, you made the report.
And that would be really embarrassing for both of us.
But if you're writing the report, then I didn't fail.
I'm doing a different grading system than you. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
As you leave him hanging, he has his hand out.
No, it's been there. Sorry, I think I do the hand. So his arm is out, and Tayson like tries to do the predator handshake and like do the clasp from forearm to forearm, and
Right.
then it's awkward. So like eventually he just takes his other arm, moves it to a regular handshake, and he's okay. Great. Cool.
Good luck.
Yeah, you too. I'd say you know where to find me if you want to come back, but honestly, I don't know. So, see
I think
ya.
we can find you.
Fair enough. That wasn't creepy. You shouldn't end on creepy shit like that. Okay, it's fine.
Well, then I'll just say, may your next 24 hours be what you deserve. And he taps on your shoulder. And him and she might leave.
I need to learn how to turn people into frogs. That would have been good. Algie, you don't
I've
know how
seen
to
it
turn
happen.
people into frogs, do you?
No, I've seen it happen though.
Yeah, see?
It's quite a sight to see.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. You have fun with your business. I'm literally just gonna not do anything for a little bit.
That's fair. You've earned a rest.
I don't know
You
that I
take it.
have, but I don't know what else I'd do right now anyway, so I'm gonna take the moment. Okay.
I think I leave Tayson to his stuff and I leave the room.
Hey, son, this hasn't happened in a long time.
I don't know that it's happened.
It has. Before you met these idiots and went out, before spring break became a thing, you're alone in your room.
This part. That's happened before. The following bit hasn't. He's still obvious. Tayson is still clearly anxious. But he has accepted that the only thing to do right now is chill. He's here. There's nothing he can do somewhere else. There's no one to talk to immediately. There's nothing that is pertinent right this second. And he's back in his space. So he's just going to lay in his bed as opposed to the damn floor. And he is like going to fall asleep faster than he has without it being because he was like bleeding.
I think as you do, it takes a little bit, though. It's
Oh, yeah.
been months. You haven't been alone. It's always talking. This is normally where you're most comfortable. Alone, nobody around, no anxious. But it feels different. Like there should be somebody to talk to. And there's nobody here. And I don't know how you feel about it, but it's like the thing that used to be safe feels wrong.
Yeah, it's a different it's a different kind of not anxiousness, but like you said, the comfortableness has become uncomfortable. I think it's just as much a like, okay, I'm here, and there's nothing I can do, and now I'm accepting there's nothing I can do. Now what? Oh, wait, no, there is no now what. I just literally did that. There's nothing for me to do. Okay, then I'm just going to chill, and I'll see what comes next.
And you're getting ready to go to bed. And then it dawns on you. It's the 17th day of Lavender. It has been 4 months, 17 days since Martin's left.
Huh. Yeah, I'll probably have to go visit that at some point. But not right now. Not right now. Right now? Yep, that was a short-lived moment of clarity. And Tayson will get up out of his bed. Let the closest guard he can find, know. He's going to go to Martin's gravesite.
And so he was, in his tradition, cremated and tossed to the wind.
Yeah.
You have
whatever.
a small container, but there is a memorial to Martin. I mean, he'd been here 100 years. He had done so much. Peace was a thing. You head over to, it's a marker, and of course it's got the over-statued statue, statue. Martin in a position he would never stand in, with the plaque that's convoluted to the humility of the man that he was. And you can't help in your head but to smile at the similarities that he's put you in. Not him necessity, but life, where you don't want any of this stuff. You don't want to be a prince. You don't want to be a Grand Duke. You were fine just being Tayson, and you actually got used to just being Martin Firewell's son.
Kinda. Yeah.
But looking at this, you see that they, from what you knew about Martin in this statue and this placard, they did the same thing to him.
You should have warned me. This sucks. It's okay, though. I hope you're having a good time, wherever you're at. And frankly, I hope I don't follow suit. And I don't want to see you for a while. Sorry. But, yeah, this is a mess. All right. We're good. Standing up straight. Good posture. Okay. It's good to see you. You tried. I'm not going to hold that against you anymore. So hopefully you don't hold it against you anymore either. And then I will leave.
You head back to your room. You crawl into your pirate bed. And you do, after all of this, even the silence doesn't seem to overcome the peace. And you go to sleep. Algie, you left.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
I'd imagine because there are a lot of its demon activity around, there'd be quite a few members of the Ward around, would there not?
Looking inside the castle realm, you don't feel the tinge when you know that a battle or a hunting party is near.
Not even at the castle border.
So you head out to the wall. Are you going to go up the wall or are you going to go outside?
I'll go up the wall.
You go up the wall and you look around and you feel there's a party near. Not here. It's still some distance away.
I might go try to connect with that party.
Probably going to take a couple of days.
Oh, never mind. Poo.
I'm not going to stop you, though.
No. Nothing that important. In which case, I'm just gonna... I did want to follow up with... No, we're meeting up with Papa Stroop and that later. In which case, I'm pretty much just kind of patrolling.
And easily enough, the guard here is systematic, functioned. You can fall into a patrol really easy. And the guards don't seem to mind that a member of the ward is with them as you go around. Tayson in his nap, you in your comfort zone, knowing that any minute could be a way to exercise against things that you want to. And this is where we're going to take a break.
I never remember if I'm supposed to talk first or if it's supposed to be you.
No, and I do it on purpose, kind of. Like,
Yeah. I do too, because I could figure it out, but then it's like, but why? It's so much more fun this way.
We left with you guys doing certain things throughout the day. Let's rewind it a little bit. And let's do this. So, and I'll let you guys in on a secret. Alyssa couldn't make it today, but I think she's either gonna be back next week or the week after. And we were talking about how she would be sad about not having dinner with the Stroops.
What here? Crazy.
Right?
When did that happen?
It's like she's been here.
I'm
just
right
at the
here,
bathroom.
guys.
Miranda went to the bathroom again.
Well, think about all the times that Miranda has had to go to the bathroom and it wasn't on a damn airship. Like, I would take my time.
You well, we left with Tayson taking a nap and Algie searching out members of the ward. And they are pretty far away. I misspoke though, because there is one close. Dench is a black arrow. You would have sensed him.
In which case, I'm gonna let's seek him out.
Yeah, and with it is the way that it is. You get to him. Ava, he seems to be the end of a conversation with Ava. She's like, "No, you're doing good. Keep it up. I obviously have things to do now." And he's just like, "I'm so happy." And this big bull orc grabs this tiny little elf and like a great big hug excitedly as everybody else around is like trying to tap her shoulder. Now it's too high. Puts it down and Dench is like, "But I obviously can continue doing this. It's been weeks. It's not been a problem at all." And she says, "Good, good, good. I have to get back and talk to my husband to be. You've got this, Dench. I've been proud of what you've been able to do so far." And all the people were like, all the other elves that are there from the God Warriors, excuse me, the Dawn Warriors are like, "Yeah, no, he's been incredible following his orders. It's like he's understands war or something." And he just kind of smiles as she goes off. He gives a few orders, the rest of the guys go off, and you're behind him, and he just says, "Well, I was wondering if I'd see you again." And he turns around.
It's been some time.
Weeks?
That sounds about right. It was here the last we saw each other. You haven't gone far.
Hard no, but
Hard
is what
no.
it is.
True. You lose track of things after a while. Which is actually really bad considering our business. So, how long have you been here?
Took 3 weeks to get back. Just slow riding. Lots of hunting. But we
I
made
can
it back.
see that.
Well, it's been on and off quiet. It's like they just want us to realize they're still here.
Has there been a lot of... Let me rephrase. Has there been hot spots, for lack of better words? Like a
Nope.
source?
No pattern and no
No
source.
pattern.
Some from the northern gate, some from the western gate.
That's frustrating. We've been chasing our tails the whole time I've been gone.
Well, that never helps, and he uses his head to, give you the follow me. And he works his way up through ballast and stuff, and you guys end up on an empty roof or an empty part of the wall.
Mm.
And he says, "Are you getting used to the separation, or are you yearning to go back yet?"
I'm not decided yet. It's interesting not being part of a hunting party. Doesn't feel like I'm more effective, but makes me feel my own at least. But it's not. For lack of better words, it's been a bit destructive, if you understand.
Destructive's fun though.
Yeah. It's not the worst thing. You ever think we're around for too long?
I have a feeling we're not going to be around for much longer.
So, you know what? It probably doesn't hurt to be a bit destructive, does it?
It'll leave your mark.
I think I sit back. It's a deep sigh. I go, you know what sucks being a dwarven ward?
And it's
Dwarven culture.
hard
Dwarven.
to see over everybody, or
That too. No, us dwarves are all about creating a legacy. The things we build, everything. It's about having a past, having a history. And you know, giving that up to be a part of this, losing all that history, doesn't feel right. I understand why we don't do it. It's just painful every so often. You know, I went back.
you went to visit your family? I feel like you're older than me.
Went to Granite Spar. Went back. Brought up my old name. Knocked on the door of those of us that I'd call kin. I was on the cusp of losing that. Had to walk away.
No one leaves the ward.
I know.
I sense it's going to be tough, but you should probably avoid ever going back again.
I don't think I can. They sealed off the tunnels.
Probably for the best. Have you seen one of the breakers? And so that's the word of those that break their oaths and become automatons with no free will.
It's horrifying.
Keep that in mind when you have those feelings. There's no third option.
Yeah.
We all drank the blood. We're all connected.
What do we do when this ends?
Go back to stopping whatever comes through the veil. This is just big league. You know, like the top tier. But the job doesn't end.
True. I haven't seen this many hunters so excited in so long. I can feel them around. They're so busy.
One of the captains came by, I talked to him. The Shrine of Darkness and the Star Temple of Akina seem to be waypoints for some of these demons. But they're more than a week's travel. I mean, even that temple he was telling me was like 4 days into the woods.
The Shrine of Darkness, you say?
And so you've traveled around. There is a forgotten shrine, and for good reason, called the Shrine of Darkness. It's on the other side of the river. So when you head south from Remedigan Castle, before you get to the crossroads,
Hmm.
Right before that is where it crosses over the river. There's a bridge there. If you were to not take the bridge, go to the left, which nobody ever does, and walk into the plains or the grasslands, I should say, you would travel like a week in the grasslands and you would end up at this place called the Shrine of Darkness. It's called that because the stones are black. Nobody knows what this is. Even you don't know what this is. It's like a forgotten temple or shrine. And what makes it unique is it doesn't deteriorate, nothing grows, and it almost seems to absorb light from any source. The Star Temple of Akina, you would know about that, but only because clerics travel there deep in the forest. It's the main shrine to Akina, the goddess of gifts and magic.
Hmm.
And you do remember a time before the clerics of the five and the shrine of the five were united. Right before you took the oath into the ward, each temple was for each god. And like you understand for other universes, other planes, the gods are separate in these shrines. Now, sometimes they would have shrines for like multiple gods, and they used to have shrines that would hold the six main gods or a main god and their small pantheon underneath it. But the Temple of the Five came from the Temple of Justice, where all clerics go to train, where they decided to merge the top five religious activities into one. So everybody still has their individual gods, but all these shrines now are usually to all five.
Hmm. So the Shrine of Darkness and the Star Temple of Akina are waypoints.
Focal points is what they keep telling
Focal
me.
points. Hmm.
But they're watching them, and I guess nothing's there, just activity. But again, from what I've seen, the demons are an unlimited resource, so they could just be trying to create false trails around here and it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. Oddly enough, there's been more insight lately than I've had in weeks. Last bit of evidence I had was north,
Just north.
just north. Hey, we've hunted on less because we've got time. Unfortunately, I'm not part of a hunting party right now. They don't have the time like I do.
The Librium is a library of unknown resources. There's always studying there. You can go back and join a hunting party, become entrenched in whatever's going on there, but if you have a specific purpose, I don't think a hunting party would be good at all.
No,
We chase our tails just for the hunt. I don't think it's going to lead you to anything.
no, we're very much so enjoying the hunt. I don't think most of the ward want this to end.
But when it does, because it has to, either we don't exist or we go back to the way we were. And some of us continue on with the new lives that we're doing.
True. The Librium. That's some time away, isn't it?
No, the main one's right here in Remedigan Castle.
Good. Might spend some time in there.
He looks quizzically at you. He just says, "Dwarves know how to read?"
I guarantee I know more tongues than you.
Probably.
I say an infernal as well. And I know how to talk to the demons as I kill them in their own tongue.
He smiles and says in Celestial, as I like to slaughter angels in theirs.
You're so fun.
I found a new life, and as long as I keep my word to the oath, and I hunt, it seems the master seems to leave me alone to live my life with the Nalo family and finish the bond and word that I have there.
Hmm. Sounds good. I get up and I go to turn away. Then I catch myself. You've been here some time. Not too long, but long enough. The patriarch of the Stroop family. You feel it too, don't you?
I tried to ask. He told me not to. He seems like a good man. I'll accept it. There's nothing otherworldly about him. But if you're talking about the link, I felt it.
Hmm.
But it's not ours to judge. Whether he found a patron to give him power or whatever, that's his story. He is from this realm.
That's good enough. I'll let it be then. I think I put out my arm, put out my hand. It's like, you've been very insightful.
He grabs it, the big orcish hand enveloping yours easily. He just says, well, I'm not going anywhere until we go home.
That's fair.
If you want to go hunt sometime, just let me know. I'll break off. We'll go have some fun.
I'll keep that in mind. A hunt would be good for the spirit.
As you turn around, he says, protect the secrets. Don't sway from the path. You can make a new life, but you have to maintain your oaths.
Understood.
He stays on the wall as you walk off.
I think I end up heading to the Librium if I've got time.
Yeah. Tayson's still napping, so you can head over to the Librium.
Nice. In which case, I just want to spend time. Just the things I've learned. Shrine of Darkness, Star Temple of Akina.
So, you go in. And the way the Librium is, and you've seen smaller ones, this one is gigantic. You've probably been here a few times, but not many. You go to the front desk, you request a specific subject. They go to a room, you tell them how much to bring, and they bring you tomes, scripts, anything in writing. They seem to keep these tomes of history. Every now and then, there's something that you know they don't. I think more out of humor because it didn't mean anything about Gratis Bar, like you didn't tell them anything to write down. But you can go in. So you could do one topic and they will bring what they have, but you're not going to be able to do multiple in a day.
No, that's right. I'll start with the Shrine of Darkness.
Okay. So you go up, you request Shrine of Darkness, they take you to the private room like they always do. And one of the tenants, and they're always very stoic, they don't have a sense of humor, they don't seem to have any emotional, they just seem to do their work. After a while, opens up the door and just lays 3 tomes down and says, very little. This is what we could find.
Thank you very kindly.
Let me know when you're done. And he
Yeah.
leaves and closes the door, and you're there on your own. You flip open the book, and shrines of old. You know, some people have gone around and tried to figure out where the different shrines were, which is only funny to you because you could probably map them out, but nobody seemed to ask how many people actually know. And then you flip, and you find almost towards the end of the first tome, Shrine of Darkness. Unknown tome and nothing that you don't know. The stone seems to never wither, nothing grows around it. Even the sunlight seems not to be able to pierce into its stone. The door is either rusted or wedged or locked shut, and people have tried to get into it and just seem to can't, or they end up climbing through a window, never to be seen again. The second tome, The Shrine of Darkness, is attributed to Deimos, but the same information. There's nothing there. It's a lot of guessing. Educated guessing, but guessing. It must be something of great evil, something. The third book, the person that claims to be writing this has a very long pedigree of being a scholar. The name doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't read anything. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo, almost like a crazy person trying to write. But you read through it and you piece a little bit out. Shrine of Darkness isn't evil. It isn't good. The person writes, it's Gomo incarnate. It's death, the thing that everybody attributes to evil, but is a necessary good and true neutrality of the world. They postulate that it's probably been 40,000 years at the time of writing the book that the thing had been open, but nothing seems to be rusted. He writes on there that he's read about these people that have gone in and not come out. But it's probably, in his opinion, some things should never be explored. Some secrets should not be unlocked. Some mysteries should never be known. And then it just goes into mumbo jumbo again, things that don't make sense.
I think I spend some good time. I think I'm frustrated with the mumbo jumbo, and I spend time trying to decipher that, and probably be making no headway.
The dude seems crazy. Gods
Hmm.
don't sleep together, but they birth things. However that is, it's a god thing. And in sometimes in parentheses, the gods aren't gods, they're just more advanced beings. And like the humanity in and of itself is crazy, and it's time for all the races to die off and see what comes next. Or I mean, the dude is like off his rocker. He named, like, in his explorations, he found a volcano. And literally it's like 2 pages of him writing about how he was trying to get the volcano to go off because he just didn't want to be here anymore. But he won't kill himself because he knows he's got work to do. But it's literally 2 pages of like, I tried dropping in sulfur, I tried this mix, I tried these composites. This volcano will not explode. I've tried it everything.
Yeah. Alright. So
You've been here for a couple hours, like at this point, like maybe 6. I mean, pretty much you flip through the book until you find something about Shrine of Darkness in these books. And there's not a whole heck of a lot, so it's not a lot to read. The last one took a lot longer, obviously, just all over, scatterbrain thoughts. But that's all the information on Shrine of Darkness.
So Gomo, incarnation of death, a truly neutral place. It isn't evil.
That's what
Rusted.
the crazy guy said, yeah. The other two, one didn't attribute to anything. It was more of a scholarly, like, this is its stones, this is its cuts. Just the composites of it. The second guy was postulating that it was a temple probably to Deimos.
Postulating.
Same as the third guy, except his postulations actually make sense.
Okay. Hmm. I think it's at that point I think I've closed up, snuffed out whatever candlelight I was reading by, and I'll make my way out.
Yep. You open the door, you tell the clerk that you're done. Instantly, one of the guys goes in there and grabs the books. When he takes them away, he goes through doors you can't see in, just disappears. You leave and head out.
Mm.
You see that it's getting to about the time when you're supposed to be having dinner, and I think because of how sick Mike is, we're going to call it early tonight.
Hi, I'm sorry. Things came out of me that are supposed to stay in. Anyway.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah.
We tried to hot toddy it and make it through. We give him a lot of credit.
I appreciate it. Sorry about that. I was all for it, and then I went blit at the finish line. In the meantime, this is where we have to talk about our finishing lines. Hey, Posh, tell me all of your stuff.
Alright. I'm Posh1993. You can find me here on the Nerdworks Media channel. I live here now. You can't get rid of me.
Yay!
You can find me. Yeah, you can find me on is it Sundays for you guys, 2 p.m. PST.
Mm-hmm.
Today for Bros and Dragons, and on Wednesday 5 p.m. PST is Vast Grim, the Indie Noughts, where you can find me, Doc, and others playing Vast Grim, which is an indie horror TTRPG.
Yeah.
Heaps of fun.
Games are fun. I like that.
Yeah. I've been looking at another TTRPG. I think I downloaded it actually, which is it's homeless people and them kind of. It's set in a modern setting, and it's homeless people coming, like, they'd lost their memories and they're coming back out from like some kind of darkness there, and I'm like, that's an interesting setting.
This all stemmed one time. I think I was talking to Posh, and he was trying to find something where the rules could be written on a coaster. That's how this all started.
Yeah, it's because Dungeons and Dragons, as much as it's a lovely game, and I won't knock it, it's great. However, it's 3 books worth of stuff, and that's minimum. Like your minimum. And that's a lot of information to process. I want a game where you can put it on a coaster, because I come from a pub background. Yeah. I want to be able to put a game on a coaster. There's rules on the other side, character sheet on another. I'm like, let's play.
I feel like D&D is a game that requires 3 books plus or no books, and there's nothing in between. But I dig.
Well, listen to these hypocrites. It needs 1 book, the player's hand guide. And that's even if you want to play by the rules.
That's why I said 3 or none. It's fine. I'm on your side here.
You don't need all the other writing.
Stop bullying me. I'm sick. Tell me about all of your stuff.
Nothing. The only extra thing that I've got is tomorrow night I have started a new series called Surviving My Friends, where my friends and I, who actually play games together offline, decided just to make a thing out of it because I'm going to be playing anyways, and to give me more time with my family, consolidating my streams.
Yeah.
And we will be playing, I believe we're still doing Valheim. It'll be a survival game.
Yeah.
Right now, the 3 big ones that we play are Valheim, Grounded. And V-Rising. So.
Okay. I dig it. Hey, you can find me here. You'll probably find me here on Wednesday morning, if I'm not, dying. But I feel
dreaded man cold.
Well, here's the thing. I feel better than I did yesterday. But I haven't, I don't know. It's that I was talking with Farrell about it yesterday. I was in that perfect, I'm sick, but I'm, totally fine, so I'm really, stay at home from school sick so I don't get other people sick. Not I hate everything, blah. And I'm fine, functionally. But then you put me in front of screens where I have to, reasonably, be able to talk and do a voice and write down timestamps and stuff like that. And then I eat for the first time today, and my stomach says, I don't know why you did this to me. And here we are. But here we are on Monday nights as well as Wednesday and Friday mornings doing Don't Quit Your Day Job simulators. We've been doing a lot of Played Up because I am a glutton for do the chore OCD games, and here we are. And man, it's fun. I hate how much I love that game. But that's where you can find us doing
You were
things.
more jealous of my what was it? The Power Washer Simulator. Mine looked better than yours.
Of course I did. Of course I
It was
was.
more realistic.
Yeah, but I was jealous of how it looked. Like the graphics on that game that you were playing was amazing. But then I was like, but he looks like he's doing stuff. I don't want to do that. Gross. I like the ability.
GoPro to your power washer and make a stream out of that and be
Yeah.
like, fuck, the graphics are so good.
Oh yeah.
And it's what I did because I had to power wash the bricks on the front of my house.
I asked my office if I could go to like people's houses if I got permission to film and like do my house inspections and like go in their crawl spaces and like diagnose stuff and like do my job. And they're like, if they say yes, sure. But also if any of them say no and then you do it, we're probably gonna have to fire you and you're gonna get sued. And I was like, well, I don't like that. So I decided I'm not going to do my instead of my don't quit your day job simulator, my actual like day job simulator. But that's some of the stuff that you can find us on. Come out here, join the Discord if you haven't already. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you had fun watching us tonight. Until next time, Doc, do the thing.
To find Lissa, go
God
listen to one
damn
of the
it.
older podcasts because she's got a million things and I don't remember them.
That's why I didn't say it because I was gonna screw up all of them.
But go listen
Yeah.
to the older podcasts because they're in there.
There you go.
Until then, though, love one another, keep it nerdy, and live your dreams.
Later.
Are we muted yet?
No.